Um, my name is Song Ha, so from Cambodia, the same as Don, and I work for the Hong Kong Land. Hong Kong Land Company is the real estate company. We have built the exchange. We have near the U.S. Embassy in Phnom Penh, and a few more projects in the capitals. And my role there is the human resource managers who oversight all the properties there. And the expectation, the main expectation on that, I think is a key challenging. What is the key challenging of the digital transformation for from the HR flow and processes? As we know that the digital is a beneficial to the HR in the companies, but what is the key challenging at this stage? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thea, is it Thea from Cambodia?
Yes, good morning, everyone. This is Thea. I'm from Cambodia. My role is human resource at the courtyard by Marriott Phnom Penh. So I am the So I take care of the all of employee and in terms of the recruitment and employee relation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Expectations? Do you have any want to share with us the expectations? Or maybe all included in what they have just mentioned, right? Okay, very good. So next one is Aporajita. You help me to pronounce your name, my dear. It's your turn, from Bangladesh. You unmute yourself first.
Okay. Hello, I'm Aporajita Roy from Bangladesh, and I'm working as a HR and admin officer at Interactive Research and Development Center. And it's an NGO. It's a global NGO. And my expectation, would like to know about the HR, human resource management, and also how can we apply digitalization in human resource management also.
I see. Good. Thank you. And then we have Thian. Is that Thian? You help me to correct the pronunciation of your name. Is that Thian? K-H-O-E-U-N? It's you. Please unmute yourself. No, unmute yourself first. Unmute. First, help him to unmute himself. You have to unmute. There is a button called mute.
Now he can.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Alright. Good morning, everyone. And I'm Khun from Cambodia. Currently, I'm working for Uncle Hospital for Children as the human resource director. Uncle Hospital for Children is an NGO. They provide healthcare for children, all children, for free of charge. Yes. My expectation for this learning course, I hope that I get the new approach of human resource management to improve my task or my service to provide healthcare for children for free of charge.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Yes. Mr. Pamba, I'll leave you at the end, okay? One from Myanmar, Miss Thin. Yeah, Thin, okay, Thin, yeah.
Yes, good morning. I'm Kim from Myanmar. I'm working as the HR of the management role from the local Myanmar office of the People Group, the same as the regional the company. Main company is in Hong Kong. And then here I like to get the experience from this learning session. It's about the digital, the transformation for the HR flow. And because in Myanmar now especially in the recruitment, the the recruitment process is now is a bit transformed to the digitalization. We get through from the people work. So I want to learn more about the digitalization, and then also the benefits and the impacts of this transformation. And then I hope I can get the more experience through all of you. And then please share with me your experience or your suggestion or whatever. Yes. So I'm so glad to see you all here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tin. Yeah. Next is Intra. Intra. Indra, INDRA from Indonesia. Yeah, it's you, right? Can you introduce yourself? Indra.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is Indra from Indonesia. I am a headhunter from Indonesia. I'd like to join this course because I'd like to improve my knowledge and experience in HR. I also, as a consultant, I have to have a discussion material with my client, so I'd like to gain my knowledge in HR also. And specifically to this day training course, I'd like to know what is the implication of digitalization in the recruitment industry. Maybe Mr. Bambang could explain about that in this today's session. That's all, Rita and Foster. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be Susan from China.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Susan, and I'm from Shenzhen of China, and I'm working for a human resource manager for 12 years in a multinational company which is Paratech, and we have Paratech had 30 countries in the world. So I'm glad to join here and to share my HR experience, and I hope to learn more about HR programs with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Next one is Arnid, ARNID from Indonesia. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Arnid from Indonesia. I work in BSS. My role is for recruitment and staffing. And my expectation is, because I'm still new in human resource department, I want to know about any information or any education from this training. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amit. Yeah, so next is Carmen from Hong Kong. Can't hear, Carmen. Cannot hear. You try to say something, Carmen? I think it's something wrong with your mic.
It's all right.
It's okay?
Hello, can you hear me?
Now you can. Yes,
Okay. Good morning, and I'm Carmen from Hong Kong, and I now work as a admin and HR assistant in Tianda Pharmaceutical Limited, which is a investment holding company. And I'm responsible for the HR function, especially for the recruitment function. And my expectation for this module is to know more about how the digitalization helps the HR departments to perform their work more efficiently. And also want to know what are the ways and also the strategy for the company to implement the digitalization. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Rita, Foster, and everyone. My name is Eva, or Eva. You may call me Eva, and I work for Sun Life Financial Indonesia. My role or function is in the employee engagement and learning and development. My expectations, as I mentioned to you before, Rita, in the WhatsApp, Basically, there are two expectations that I really would like to get from this session. The first one is about uh, we do know the benefits of the digitalization in HR processes and flow, but what I would really like to know is what are the top things to consider the most when we would like to streamline the process or HR in HR and also the flow. The second one is about what is it the success ratio, or to simplify it, what is it the indicator of success of streamlining the HR process and flow. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. Next is my friend Kakada.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Kakada. I'm from Cambodia. And for the time being, I'm working as the advisor to Association of Cambodia Government Agency. I'm also the executive director to Center for Sustainable Water. Really great to join this training. Also, my expectation, I would like to know about, the update of digitalization of the human resource here. Okay, that's my expectation, and nice to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kakada. Next is Satel. Mr. Satel.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Shatil. I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm currently working as an assistant HR manager at Interactive Research and Development. It's an NGO. My expectation from this course is I want to learn how to digitize the HR processes from the scratch, and how to take it to a position where I can lead in a successful digitization-driven HR processes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Len, my friend Len.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lin. So at this moment, I'm working in Excel Vietnam. I'm in charge. I'm HR manager in charge of HR department and L&D function as well. So to discuss, I think that HR digitalization at this moment is the new tendency. So I would like to have like more knowledge and experience to share from all of yourself.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. So I have a request for these sessions or the upcoming sessions. Everybody has to show their face because we want to make it as an interactive and also engaging one. So we like everybody to show their face because on only 1 hour and 30-minute session, and then we have some discussions, and by breaking everybody into small groups. And also, I think this introduction is very important because this is the first session of all the modules, and all of us will learn together for the next at least nine more sessions. So I think it's good for us to know each other and also share with us your experience because we have an international team here, right? Everybody actually. We have a few countries here, so we can also share your experience on how to handle some of the HR issues and so forth. So without further ado, I would like to pass control to Mr. Bamban, who is going to tell us a bit more about himself besides the brief introduction that I've done for him. And after that, he will go through the outline with us.
We missed someone from Indonesia to introduce.
Yeah, there's one more participant not yet introducing herself.
Really? Who I missed?
What?
Yes. It's me. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. My name is Ersa. I'm from Indonesia. Right now, I'm working at recruitment in Sun Life Financial Indonesia along with Eva. My expectation is I want to know more about the HR digitalization, especially in recruitment. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mr. Pamban, I'll pass the control to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everybody. Yeah, my name is Bambang Nugroho. You can call me just Bambang. It's a Indonesian common name. Yes, my role is country HR for white paper Indonesia and Thailand. This is a paper industry. We are producing a paper machinery in Indonesia for Asia Pacific. And Yes, I would like to share in this session regarding the HR transformation. And thank you for your expectation. I put in my notes, so I will explain. Maybe if not in today, then I will explain in the next session next week. And okay, I think that's my short introduction, and I will continue with the main session today. Can I share something, Rita?
Yeah, sure, sure. You should just go ahead to share your slides with us. Yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can see it very well.
Okay. Okay. This is the topic of today's session: digitalization of HR, a step for the new normal post COVID-19. So this is the agenda structure. Today, after introduction, yeah, I put some note expectation from all participants, and then I will continue with the outline. And in this outline, I will request all participants to discuss in a small group regarding the HR transformation. And then we will continue with the next session, next week's session. I will present more about the HR transformation. I will share my experience, why I can succeed to transform manual into digital in several companies. And yes, we have some challenges, how we can approach our management to the company owner, why we should change manual into digital. This is not an easy job, to be honest, but we have to try and to how to approach and convince them to accept our proposal as an HR. Okay. Yeah. Next
May I stop you? Can they ask questions when they have questions while you are delivering your session?
Yes, of course. I'm okay if you didn't understand my explanation. Just raise your hand, and we discuss until 11:30, right? Yeah, yeah, that's Rita. So just take it easy. Once you got not understand my concern, just raise your hand and speak. Okay. The next slide is about HR transformation in my mind. This is the reason why in the past I have some minds why I have to transform our HR process. The first is about the global demands. This means that everybody outside there now using digital platform. When I join in a company, our people, our employees always show that they already familiar with digitalization, and also I have two things why company did not start also to follow the digitalization. For example, the small thing when maybe 10 years ago, when we come to the payroll period, we always pay our salary to our employee by cash. And then when banking industry growth significantly in the past, then most people are getting the salary by transfer. This is one sample. And also leadership check it is why I put this as a reason why I have to transform. Sometimes when we come to the restructuring of SR leadership, we will lose something, because if we keep the manual process in the company and employee leaves the company, then we have to start. And we have to start and study the process. By using the digitalization, everything will be smooth. Even our SR leader leave the company. This is what I mean, the leadership thing in SR. Also, SR strategies mean when we come to the annual discussion regarding the talent, regarding the manpower, we can use this SR, digital SR, to submit or to take the data from the system, and we can use and utilize the data for proposing anything to the company. And also, why digital SR is so important? Yeah, we are talking about the SR service delivery. Doing the manual SR process sometimes not fulfill requirement of our employee. For example, here in Indonesia, I manage 2 different countries. When I start, okay, I just imagine if I remain with the manual process, for example, doing recruitment process. Now we have recruitment platform out there, outside, that we can utilize. For example, we have now astronaut, like it's a video interview process. We can utilize this, and then interviewing people in Thailand, I don't need to go to Thailand. But I can sit down in Indonesia. I just give the link to the candidates, and then I start the interview. We can also use, like today we use Zoom platform. We can also use this digital platform from Zoom. And also, effectiveness of the SR program makes our program because, yeah, there are some process that we can speed up, like when we invite our people in hiring process, then we just send the link and candidate just sit down anywhere outside there, and we start the interview. Also, when we use or we transform the compensation and benefit process by digital, we don't need to collect many documentation in paper, but we just put everything in digital, like a fingerprint or attendance, and then we download and then we process by system. And also, in the past, I also think that this is also the we align with the business strategy. Whenever company requested to think about the headcount, the number of headcount, then digitalization also become the interesting part, where we can utilize our manpower without adding more, because yeah, everything will be done by system. And then regarding the cost analysis, yes, this is also one thing that we can propose before we come to the management. When we come and we start to think about how to digitalize HR process, please put in writing, in paper, that you have to measure the cost analysis and then giving the pro and cons of this approach. And the last, not least, we have to think that we have to aware with the technology outside there. Whenever people outside giving or offering the technology, why we do not use. Then, before we start the next, I would like ask you to make a same like me just now. Just give us about your mind, why we should transform, or why you come to this session. What is your expectation? And I asked Rita how to make it happen, Rita, with this good discussion. Yes, how, I will ask, we have how many people participant now?
Hey, Mr. Bang. So how about this? We change to a big group discussion at this moment.
Yes.
So, Mr. Bang, I know that you want us to, based on your PowerPoint, you want us to voice out which process that we are more likely, or we want to digitalize it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So any of you members, students here, you have some thought in your company, which process you want to digitalize, you want to streamline through digital platform or anything? Could you unmute yourself and share your thought?
Okay, maybe anybody can share what is your mind today, so why you come to this session.
Hello, Pak Bambang. This is Eva from Indonesia, from Sun Life Financial Indonesia. Well, basically, when it comes to talking about digitalization, I'm sure that some of us, or maybe most of us, have actually partially done the digitalization process in some of the platforms in HR. But I think what also needs to be considered is also about data analytics in HR, especially for the HR team, because nowadays data is very important to help the HR team to make a decision in order to deliver the best strategy or service to both employees and stakeholders. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Oh, I have already put them into breakout rooms. That's why. I have some technical issues here. So just bear with me, right? Okay. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay, so now we have breakout rooms open. Oh, I have not assigned them yet. Hang on, Lynn, I think I have. Lynn. Broadcast. Lynn have not joined yet. Okay. have some technical issues here. Okay, Lynn, I'm putting them into breakout room, so hang on. Hang on. Lynn, you have not joined us. Process.
Staying in your house, Ma? Because Titi told me yesterday.
Oh, I think I've made a mistake in doing the breakout rooms. So Carmen, do you belong to any breakout rooms? Huh?
Yes, I belong to the foster group. And then I saw a button that you can return to the main room, and then I click on it. And then I into your group. I don't know how to refer
Into the breakout room?
Yeah.
In here. Here. Lynn has not joined any breakout rooms.
Yeah. How come?
I'm sorry for this 3 mistakes or 1 mistake, 1 second. I don't know how to control it. That's the issue. Okay, so you guys are in the breakout rooms, right? Are you having discussion now? Hello?
We've just done it, Rita.
You just started, right?
We've just done it, but then somehow we got directed to another break room. But I clicked on leave now so that we could, come back to the main session.
Oh, I see. I think we have some technical issues here. I apologize for that. And I don't know why I set it as all will close in 20 seconds. And we are supposed to have the discussion on that. But somehow, due to some technical issues, I have to apologize for that. But some do not join the breakout room, right? The breakout sessions. Some did not join.
Yes, they're still in the breakout sessions.
Yeah, some in the breakout sessions. Some did not join, right? Okay. So let's see. I have to apologize for this little confusion here because the setting here is not very right. But did any team discussed? Did any team discuss?
Yes, we did from group 3.
Okay. How about the other 2 teams? Have you discussed?
We have a quick discussion. I'm with Mr. Bang, Mr. Kakada, Carmen, and also Chantil, and also Shanya.
Okay. How about the third group? Did you discuss?
Yeah, we did a little discuss with Ursa, Rachel, and yeah, just a very quick one just now.
Okay.
Yep.
So if that's the case, maybe it's time for representative to just give a quick briefing on what you discussed, and then we can also maybe share here as well. So maybe we start with Eva. Eva, what can you just represent your team to give us a brief presentation on what you just discussed?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rita. So our group is represented by me with Susan, Arnit, and also Indra. We talked about benefits and also what are things that need to be transformed in HR, because the benefit, as Indra also mentioned, it basically will lead HR into more or less manual process and also have a shorter or faster service. And what we need to really consider for the team is also the data analytics skill. yes, we do have a lot of digitalization process or also digitalized HR programs, but what also needs to be considered is the data analytics skills for the HR team so that we know what is, in order for us to help us make decision, we need to be based it on data so that we could deliver the best service and best strategy for both employees and also stakeholders. Thank you.
Any questions from the participants here? Any questions? If no, we move on to the next team to do the presentation. The next one is Dawn. Is that the second, the third, another team? Dawn, DOM. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just now my team was discussed on how the digital HR efficient in the recruitment and what's the benefit from the digital HR? Yep. And I think, Rachel, you have more to talk about it, right?
Rachel?
Yeah, what we'll discuss is how digitalization can help for the recruitment side and also for the data management, because we need to handle a lot of data maybe by manual on our daily work. So we would like to know how it will be more efficiency and also the benefits for the company and also for all the stakeholders.
How about the third team?
So let me talk about it. We have a very diverse team, diverse members in our team. So for a member who has many processes to be digitalized, and for certain member, they may just want to know how to start the process. And then for a team member who is focusing on the payroll, and then the issue will be how to make sure all the payroll process to be able to handle in certain country. So we got really very diverse background and issues here. So team members, do you have any add-on?
If no, then we'll pass the control to Mr. Bamban to all the questions that they have, especially on how to kickstart the whole process, right?
Okay, thank you, Rita. Yes, thank you for last discussion group. Okay, yes, I agree. If we are focusing on the data analytic skill, that yes, we can use this SR Digital to get more data, and then we are encouraged to utilize this data for further information. For example, in my company, yeah, because we have already implement SAP, then we can use the data from SAP. Once we put everything into this SAP system, then we download, and then whatever the management requests, for example, the turnover rate or the movement or whatever data or information requested by the management, we can manage from that. We can get this from SAP. And my experience when we transform data to system, we have to ready that everything's data related with employee, we have to collect first before we upload to the system. Just example like this. When we start at beginning to put everything's related the employee to SAP, then I have to collect our employees' data, and I create the small team, project team under within company, and then I ask them to put like employee personal data, birth date, address, and also a family member, etc., and also background of education background and training that they have already before they join company. With that data, after we completed uploading to the system, in future we can use this for data analytics. And regarding the payroll compensation and benefit, also same thing. Now we have just streamlined all data globally using one system. We have SAP. Then we just finished in last Monday. All employees' compensation can be put into one system. So it is easy when we are requested by the management to check the salary progress or the salary development of our employee, no matter the location. For example, now I'm requested by the management to submit the salary development of one employee based in US. I can download the data, and then I manage this data process, and then I will submit to our management. This is because our management would like to do further promotion. So before we continue with this promotion, our management will request the salary development, training that employee already get in the past, and also everything related the requirement of the promotion. So yes, regarding the recruitment, in my company also familiar with the Telio. This is one of the, I'm not doing the promotion, but this is one of the system that we are using now. We can put our vacant position in the system, and then we align with other platform. For example, in Indonesia now is famous is we call it the video interview platform. We call it Astronaut. We can utilize this, and this system is now being introduced by this company in Indonesia, and we can use or we can also connect Astronaut with Telio. So it can make the process more effective and reduce the time consuming. This is what I experienced by this digital transformation. And yes,
Mr. Bambang?
Yes.
So I noticed Mr. Kakada has a question or a comment. So can I enable him to speak now?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Bapang. That is very interesting one that I just heard about the system that you have just mentioned about SAP. And
Yes.
so what is the full word of SAP? And the other thing you also mentioned about the offer rate. And you might say is that that system will give you the offer rate. And so let's say one candidate come to you and then have the interview with you, and you really like that candidate, but the offer rate system provided to you is just like, you know, let's say 2,000 or 3,000 US dollars, but the candidate requested for 4,000 US dollars per month. So what might be your solution to that one?
Yes, yeah, we sometimes are facing this situation when we come to the hiring process. So just give to the management decision if we, yeah, because HR sometimes cannot decide or cannot give the right solution or the right conclusion. So it's better to discuss with the management, with the company owner, or with the board of director. This is what I always do. Is that
So,
your question?
yeah, that's why. So I think that I could foresee that some challenges there. And so let's say right now, we would like one person to work for one positions with that kind of rate offered by the system, but the candidate requested for another high rate. So if you could not decide and then you ask for the decision or approval from the management team, and so that means that the rate will be higher than system. So if they decided, the position will be changed or the position will be the same.
The system will be same. Somehow, system is not the system is robot, like a robot. So sometimes management can make a discretion to some condition. So that's why this is the importance of a good system where we have to correctly put the numbers or the budget in terms of the salary budget. For example, a certain position we are putting in the vacant position is for example, $5,000 US. Then if we have a qualified candidate with more than $5,000 US expectation, then it would be the discretion from the management to decide. So just put the everything remain in the system because we can change, and also we consider why the expectation is above the our budget. Somehow people also bringing very good prospect to the company. So why not that if we make a discussion for this?
Okay, so Mr. Kakada, I would like to clarify your question. Your question was that if an applicant asks for a higher salaries, what should we do? Is that what your question was?
It is also about the system because the trainer also mentioned about SAP system, because when we want to recruit anybody, we have our own system to provide the offer rate, right? And so let's say that's right now, that's one position as the secretary. The offer rate from the system might say 1,000 to 2,000 US dollar, right? Yeah. And so when we recruiting and one candidate that's very qualified, and we also want him or her to work for our company, but her or his request is quite higher than the offer rate provided by the system. So this is the question of mine, and so I would like to ask, the solutions from Mr. Babang, because normally when we decided, we also make decision, basing on our system rate, right? And so it might be challenging because if the offer rate already set in the system, and then the rate is higher than the system, it might be challenging in our workplace.
Okay, I think it's the come and bend, right? Compensation and benefit structure of the company, right? How would you rate each position in your salary range, maybe in your compensation pay structure in your company? So before we get the answers, maybe Mr. Bamba also let's have an answer. Any answers from the participants? Have you ever come across with this situation? How did you deal with that?
Hello. So I'm Song Ha from Cambodia. Just add the comment on that. Basically, I think the system might be help us in terms of the information gathering inside that. And I believe that before we are putting the rank into the system, we also have the a strong ground of the market survey of the qualified candidate ranks. So example, like you are saying on the secretary role, we are sure that it has to be in that market is only 1,000 to 2,000. So meaning if the candidate requests more than 2,000, so meaning that the qualification might be over than the role requires. So that the system can give us alert that is it we really need to hire this candidate, or we can hire the other comparable candidate for the role, because higher pay may be on also not be a good intention that we can keep the higher demand people in our company for long runs. So that this system can highlight us to consider separately, is it allow us to hiring and monitoring the performance, or we just reject it and hiring the comparable which reasonable provided alert by the system. Thank you.
Any other answers from the
Well, in my organization, what we used to do is like, we, apart from the salary, we used to offer so many other packages. Say, for example, other benefit packages. Sometimes the structure doesn't allow for a particular employee to provide a particular amount more than that. So what we offered is like provident fund, health insurance, gratuity, life insurance, and weekly holidays, and the LFA. So we offered other packages so that we can compensate for the money. That could be another option.
Yeah, good point, good point. So any other sharing from the participants? Actually, this is beyond this HR digitalization, but it's a good question about come and ben. We are all in human resources, right? So we all want to learn from each other on how you deal with that. Any other answers from the participants? Oh, okay. So I think for the salary management, right, it's a compensation and benefit management. It all goes to internal and external equity, right? When you mentioned about secretary, I will assume that your company has a pay structure for all the positions, and this pay structure has to be in line with the external market, making sure that the person that you hired from the market are compensated according to the market rate. But at the same time, you also have to make sure that the salary that you're going to give to this sort of the applicant has to be in line with the internal salary range. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble, right? If most of secretary are having a salary of 1,000, while you're going to give 2,000 to this person, either you really need this person and you cannot find a comparable person in the market. Otherwise, I think I will agree with Mr. Sanha that we will look for somebody else who is equally good, but looking for a salary which is within our range. That would be my recommendation. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just would like to make myself clear about that one, because if I'm not mistaken, because Mr. Bing Bang also mentioned about the SPA. I could not remember well about that new system, because as normally he also mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, it's just like, some sort of the system, that as long as we make any decisions and we also use that system to make our own decision. If it beyond that, we also need to seek the approval from our management team, right? Yeah. But after that, we do need to fill the data in our system. This is my concern. Like Mr. Song has said that, of course, that when we make any decision, that we have to look at the salary range in our market, definitely. But my concern is like we are using the system. Like I said, I just come up with a scenario like we really want that person to work for us, but his or her demand is quite high. Let's say right now we made decision to hire him or her, and so how can we fill the data into our system? Because that we have the same positions, but we have the different salary rate in our own system. Because there is connections, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Babang also mentioned that we also have our performance appraisal in the SAP system. So that is, I'm really curious about that because I'm really interested in that, with that system, because if that it's good, and so that we can use that as a P system as well in our workplace.
I see. So
Yeah.
now the question is, we must have this person on board. How do we deal with it from the system side, right? How
Yeah.
do we do it,
Yeah.
right? The system has already had this default. So Mr. Bamba, what should we do in terms of inputting in the system?
Yes, we face many times the such situation when we already set up some position with certain package, but again, we always found the qualified person with the higher expectation. This is common here, so it does not mean that the system is not does not work well, but again, everything can be changed. System should be flexible, and when we set up a certain package or certain number in the system, it is just only a parameter for other people to enter. But I face also in the past when we would like to fill in the manager position, but outside there, many director level apply this position. So you can imagine the director position apply for the lower position in our company. We did not reject. We keep the start the recruitment process, the hiring process. But again, when we come to the salary negotiation, we can check the real package of this candidate. Anyhow, no matter the job title in our company, but the budget can be different. This means that if you are looking for a director level in your company, does not mean that you will get the director person with does not mean that you will get a candidate with director background. You can get also lower or higher from that position. This is what I mean. So system should be flexible.
Mr. Bamba, we cannot hear you.
Yes.
Now you can hear you.
Yeah.
So your last sentence was the system should be flexible. Then after that, we could not hear you.
System should be flexible means that we have to be focusing on the business running. This means if you focus on the number that we already set up in the system, then we will not get good candidates.
Okay. So, Mr. Bamba, I have a question for you, very practical question. My current company is now in the process of implementing an HRIS, okay, Human Resources Information System, and most of our operations are from China. That's why we will use a vendor in China for the implementation of the system, very likely. But the issue is the system that we are using at the moment is very bad, meaning that we did all the preparation work in terms of the user requirements and so forth. And then when it came to implementation, in the end, the users were not able to use it properly, meaning that they were not able to calculate the correct payroll from the system, especially from those in China. That's why, we are now in the process of replacing it with a better system. So what would be your advice to us if we need to make sure that this time the system should be picked properly and then it can be put into good use? Because we have some failure in the past.
Yes.
I don't want to repeat it.
Yeah, I experienced many times, maybe in the 10 years more back, when I joined in a company, I found that we use a very expensive human resource information system, but cannot work because our company have more than 50 projects outside in Indonesia, spread it in Indonesia. So the system cannot cover this project-based operation. The most important thing, how to get the good and correct system. Yeah, we have to create or set up a small project team. We have to kick off our planning when we will start to digitalize our system is our process. Then we have to set up and we have to request or involve many people in operation. Yeah, otherwise we cannot get the correct system. If only the system being proposed by SR, I don't think that it can happen smoothly because we don't know what happened in our operation department. We don't know what happened actually in a sales department or in finance department. We have to invite all stakeholders in the company just to get the good or the correct system before we implement it. I experienced many, not only one time in Indonesia, in different company, we spend more than 1 billion just only for one system, but useless. And then when I joined this company, I changed. And we got the reductions more than 90%. It happened in my company. And yeah, this is Rita, my answer that we have to involve all stakeholders in the company before we decide. And besides, there should be also the commissioning before we run our new system. This is very important. If the commissioning fail, then yeah, we can predict that the next also will fail.
Understanding of the system. Okay. So, Mr. Bambam, do you still have some slides to show to us? Because I understand that you are prepared a set of slides, right?
Okay, I will continue. Now we have some current activities. It's only not all activities that we have in our department. First is employee training. Why we can, is it possible to digitalize our training? Yes, we can. Now I have set up the training, digital training by utilizing our own IT person, IT department. But again, it's not enough. So we utilize external training vendor and we combine into our HR process. And then also interview process. Is it possible to transform from manual interview process into digital? Yes, we can. Now we have astronaut, we have like Zoom, like Google Meet, everything we can use to transform manual process, especially in this COVID situation. We can conduct online interview process. And again, all the manual process we can transform into digital. For example, when we have to collect job application form, we can use the Google, we can use the Google file, and then we just send the link, and then candidate can fill in the job application. And also, we can combine also small like assessment test by online. We now have outside there astronaut. This is one platform that we can use, video interview platform. we can put our question by video, and then employee also answer directly, and then upload it to our cloud system. And then also onboarding process, we can also transform from manual onboarding process into digital. This is common here. I have been engaging our new employee by doing the onboarding process. Why? Yes, because my responsibility is not only in Indonesia, spread it in all area in Indonesia and also in Thailand. When I have to onboard our new people who are located in other area in Indonesia, for example, in Sumatra, so I don't need to come to Sumatra just for onboarding, but we can conduct onboarding by system. And also employee have to start with the first time of compliance training. We also provide this compliance training certification by system. And yeah, in this company, in my company, we put this compliance training under in our SAP system. And then attendance record. Yes, this is common here. In the past, we always use the manual by using attendance card. Now we use the fingerprint, and also the more sophisticated system is using the face attendance record. And performance management, we also transform from manual system using SAP success factor. This is common maybe in most of company in Indonesia using this success factor from SAP. And for compensation and benefit, yeah, we can choose whether we will utilize SAP with this complicated process, or we can use other platform locally. In my company, we combine this compensation benefit information in SAP, and also the process of the payroll. We use a different system that being developed by our external vendor. Yeah, this is because the complexity of the tax calculation, SAP cannot cover this tax calculation. And I also experienced using the Workday system. This is the competitor of SAP. Also same like SAP, everything related with the benefit and salary, package number and bonus, we can put in this Workday system. But again, the process related with the taxation, we have to outsource, or we have to manage by ourselves. Personnel filing also same. If we are talking about the SR information system, means that everything should be in the system. So we can put all employees' data in the system. And then I agree with Ms. Eva just now that system could provide when we have to provide data analytic. Yes, we can use from SAP. This is common when we use a good system. Every period we have to submit the turnover rate and also the hiring rate, and also retention rate, whatever management needs from SR. Regarding general administration, here also we are familiar with several platforms that are provided by external vendor, like vendor management. We use this platform to manage our general administration. So we actually reduce the manual job here by using the system. And We have also the facilities process in HR department. It's related with transportation, related with flight ticketing. Now several company out there provide the system that we can use. For example, when we have our employee will conduct business travel outside, we don't need to contact manually to the travel company, but just go to the system and put and request the date, and also we can choose the transportation vehicle that we are going to use. For example, we can use a flight ticket or car transportation. This is several activities that we can actually transform from manual into digital. There are other things that we can do actually using a system. Not only that, then maybe next week we can continue with other explanations. That's, I think, maybe for today, time will finish, Rita, so we can continue to the next session.
Thank you, Mr. Bamban. So any questions from the participants today? Any questions? So what are you going to cover next week, Mr. Bamban, in your session?
Yes, sorry.
What are you going to cover in the next session?
Yeah, the next session I will share about my experience, how to prepare how to transform the HR into digital and why, and also some challenge, because transforming from manual into digital is not easy. You just open the table and then done. It's not like that, but we have to start with other process. That's what I want to share on next week.
Okay, so I have one last question for you, Mr. Bamban, before we conclude this session. With this COVID-19, how will you see this digitalization? Do you think it will speed up the process? We should speed up the process of doing it, or what is your advice?
Yes, now all people are approached by the new definition, the new normal. Yes, we have to be ready that the new normal will request us to understand about the technology, how we can utilize the technology, and then we will start what is the really means of the new normal in the future. And I will next week I will share the result of the recent survey from the big consultant to you, just as a background why we should understand digitalization more.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bamban. So if that's the case, then let's, because we have this reaction button here, right? Let's give your reaction to Mr. Bamban for the session that he delivered today. Thank you very much for your hard work. So just press your, just give your reaction to him. Thank you, Mr. Bamban. So next week we will have the session the same time, 10 o'clock Hong Kong time. And in this week, if you want to hear more from Mr. Bamban on a particular items that you want to bring up in relation to this topic, just feel free to let us know so that Mr. Bamban can also well prepare for it. Okay, so I think that's all for our session today, and thank you.
Rita?
Yes?
If I may, I would like to request one thing. Is it possible that we could get the participant name list with also the contact, and so that we could know each other more well than that? Is it okay?
Actually, it's okay, but since I have put groups in different social media, because you are in Telegram, right? Others are on WhatsApp. So actually, they are for those they are already together. Yeah. So we have the limitations in the use of the social media, or else I just want to know if everybody is on Telegram. if everybody's, but exception from China. China is different, right, Susan? Susan?
Yes, in China, then
I use Telegram, right?
only WeChat, only WeChat.
That's your VPN, right? Susan?
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, I have to exclude Susan since she's so special. And for the rest of you, I can put everybody on Telegram so that you're in the group, and then we can chat, and then we can be more closer to each other for the upcoming at least 9 more sessions, and together with some of the optional mentoring sessions. Okay. So after this meeting, would you please let me have your Telegram ID so that I can add everybody on the Telegram. Okay, so I'll add it to Kakada's group because Kakada created one, right? I just add the rest to this group so that we'll be one group. Okay, any other questions?
So, hey, Rita.
Yes.
So the time is officially closed for the first module, but may I invite for those who can stay or who would like to stay, so we can spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes gathered together, so that we can understand each other better. Or if you want to have a question to Mr. Bambang, I think we can also stay for a few more minutes. Can Mr. Bambang do so?
Yeah, and also if they can improve in our next session, we are also more than happy to listen to it because we are all open mind, right? We all look for improvements. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, this is really a wonderful Asia group. We have different countries members here. So, and then we have 2 recruitment representatives here, and we have other big companies, HR here. So we can exchange ideas and we can exchange intelligence so that we can do our work better. Because it's always better to have exposure to other countries, and then we can bring the best practice to our country to add more value to our boss and to our colleague. So anyway, feel free to stay. If you have some other engagement, feel free to leave. It's all right. Yeah.
Okay, so for those, yeah, so if you are going to not to think and have a nice weekend, we'll see you next week at 10 o'clock Hong Kong time. For those who would like to share on, and you can stay behind this, feel free to do it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you, Pabambang, Tita, and
Bye-bye.
Pastor. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Pak. Thank you, Pak Bambang.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Pak Bambang.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So see if anybody will stay.
Hi, Tom. I heard that you are advisor to the president.
Yes, I am.
What kind of advisory do you do? Like, yeah?
Yeah, for my responsible is like I do take note during the meeting. I arrange the meeting for the my president, and for example, like somebody requests to have a meeting with her or something like that. So I arrange, I check her timetable, and yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But I want to know more about HR, which maybe can help me in the future to manage the human resource in the company or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So by training, you are not from HR, right?
No, I'm not really focused on the HR. Yeah.
Okay. Great. People management. HR is always a very, very interesting career.
Yeah.
So we all here can share with you more if you want, because Rita, Mr. Bambang, sure that I have lots of experience. Me, myself, mainly in learning and development. And currently I run my own consulting firm. I'm an entrepreneur now. So yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so let me tell you my story, okay?
Okay.
I have been in the human resources field for over 20 something years, and when I was having the regional role for Asia, I had the pain of connecting with the human resources managers in different countries in Asia, especially when I need to do some projects. I just, of course, I relied on the local HR managers to supply me with information. A lot of times, I wanted to reach out to those companies having good practices in the particular area that we are working on. I'm not able to do it. Even I was trying to reach out to the local human resources associations. They may not be able to get me the right answers. So in the end, I went nowhere. So 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to create an engaged community whereby we help each other to solve our work problems. Okay, we want everybody to be a giver. If they want to be a member, they need to be a giver, meaning that they have to give before they take. If that's why we have Mr. Rahman knows it very well. We have we have the platform, the chatting platform on different social media, and also we organize this kind of activities, and also coming up with events and so forth, hoping that we help human resources professionals in Asia to solve their work problems by creating a caring environment. We want everybody to be a giver. They are willing to share, and so that we learn from each other. Because at the end of the day, we learn from each other. It's difficult for one person to know everything in this world. Like Mr. Bamban, he's an expert in implementing this kind of HRIS, but he might not know a lot. I think, okay, he might not know a lot about we are talking nowadays. We're talking about this new normal, right? Because we are all learning about this new normal. So we need to share, we need to get together to share with each other so that we know more. We want to know, what's the practice in Cambodia in terms of this new normal, practice in Indonesia about this new normal. So that's why through this kind of sharing, we believe that we will help each other to grow, to have a better knowledge. That's why we have this platform, hoping that we can achieve this purpose. And you know, Mr. Satil, my dear Mr. Satil, right? We have been, he has been helping me to find speakers for the monthly sharing sessions. And last time he was able to find me a very good speaker whose name is Doom. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's very good. So and that's why Mr. Satil is very good. He's a giver. He helped me to find speakers, and that's also helped me out to this certification and so forth. So I feel grateful for all his support. And you know, when we have done something which can touch people's heart, we just think that this world is warm, right? So it's just a matter of whether you want to just go extra mile to get the things done, or want to step out your comfort zone and to know more people, to help other people, and then you will get, and then we will have different feelings at all. So we have different feelings. So that's why Mr. Bamban, he is doing it on a voluntary basis, but he's willing to share his knowledge and experience with us. So I feel grateful for all his supporters. He's always a very good supporter. It goes without saying.
Hey, so how about Kai? Is it Kai? Khin?
Thin.
Thin. Hi.
You have to unmute yourself, my dear.
Yeah. Thank you for staying here. So can you talk about you and your country more?
You tell us a bit about you, right?
Yes. Your country, because I haven't been to Myanmar, Cambodia, or Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Have
you been Myanmar?
Yeah, no.
Not yet. Okay. So may I invite you all?
Yeah.
So tell us more about yourself. So.
Oh yes. as you know, the two people from the Vipawa Group Hong Kong joining this session.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the one who is handling all the HR and admin sets in the Myanmar. I stay in Yangon office. So as the HR the head in Myanmar, I have to handle in every activities of the HR functions. Yeah. So currently also we are planning to the set up one of the HR digital system. Yes, and then also currently I'm involved in recruitment and selection the activity as this is the very essential activities in currently because now we are expanding our power plant projects. Yeah, around the country, yes, and then also as you know now the COVID it's the spreading and also not the stable control in Myanmar yet. So the people are for example I am handing the new candidates through the portal or the whatever. Maybe we can call it the digital HR, right? Yes, and then also something like the training or the like the performance monitoring. Yes, so through this discussion session I want to know more about the HR the performance monitoring. It's in how we can practice the digitalization for the better the performance monitoring and then as well as the reporting system. Yeah, as the Rachel discussed, now we are working data with the paperwork, but through the digitalization, HR, how we can be improved in the updating information, recording and reporting. Yes, yeah, and then also about the payroll management. Now we are using the bank transferring, but after we set up the HRMS, we hope that we can directly transfer connect with the bank through the system. But also we want to know how will be the impact or the disadvantages by using this kind of the practice. So maybe I will have questions, but I want to know share your experience and then your question your answer first. Then I will get the more experience through all of you.
Right.
Yes.
So you have many projects on hand, right?
Oh yes, currently yes, like this because in Yangon projects are is a running projects are still running even not yet the operation start. One is about to start the operation, but the other tools are still under the project. So we have lots of the HR the functions to do and then to develop or to be accomplished. Yes.
Any quick response from Mr. Bang or Shatil or from anyone here, so that in response to Kin's questions.
Yes. Yeah. I hear your discussions, all of your discussions. Yeah, it's helped me a lot because I can get more knowledge. And then I also can because of some questions are what I want to ask for. So yeah. Also I'm sure Mr. Bambang and all of your discussion will have my questions. Yeah.
Yes, Miss Kin. Actually, we can start with the local one. For example, if you your expectation is how to transform all HR process. For example, you just mentioned the performance management and reporting, etc. Actually,
Yes.
yeah, I didn't know what in the situation in Myanmar, but in Indonesia, in my country, we have several companies, local companies, can provide that is our process, is our system. For example, when I convert from manual payroll system into digital, this vendor actually can provide performance management system in one package. But we didn't use this module because we already have the SAP success factor. So we will not do the double system in one company, but we only utilize the payroll one because we need that payroll only. For the, yeah, it means that you can start by taking the resources in Myanmar, whether you can get the local system from a local company there, then yeah, it can happen. Just don't think that, yes, a system is always, we are always thinking that system is always expensive, but yeah, we have to think about how we maximize our budget.
Yes. So you mean we should use the SAP company SAP rather than the using the system for the performance management?
I mean, you if yeah, I didn't know how big is your company, but if your company are located in globally, then you should start with the SAP. But if your company just located in one country, then you can think how you can use the local platform.
Yes, because my management also they suggest to get up like the performance management module from the system, but as you know there are we have to make the numbers of the assessment right for so but the by manual is it's okay, but I want to know how can I get the other opportunities through the digitalization for this kind of the monitoring and management.
Yeah, that's what can I say. Maybe other.
Yeah, because there will be it's very related to the reporting system also.
Yes.
So, shall I ask Ms. Ampawachita to say something?
Yes, please.
Satya's friend, right? Yeah, are you going to say something, my dear? I'm going to unmute you.
Yes, for example, I want to know if we are using the digitalization HR to monitor my staff performance. Maybe they are not in my same workplace, but maybe they are from the other different workplace, maybe in the same town in another area. So by using this kind of the digitalization HR, how can I get the more opportunities better than the manual monitoring and assess them?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I agree, Ms. Kim. Actually, when we start to annual performance review, if we already set up the SR Digital, okay, just forget the SAP one. Because if you invest SAP, then your company has to spend a lot of investment costs, right? Just think about the small platform that developed by a local company. In Indonesia, we have many companies provided performance management system, and it was developed by themselves. But again, you can start by utilizing this. Why I suggest this? Because in future, if our company become bigger and bigger, and then we have also many companies being established and outside there in other country, then the local system that data can be synchronized into SAP if you will start to develop SAP. This is my